What's up, BZBTV fans? My name is Matt, one of the videographers with BZB Gear, and today we're tackling a topic that's kind of been really all over the place as far as the last few years go. As we're all aware, there's been some things going on in our world, and some of those things have severely impacted supply chains, and so there's a little bit of a race to get supplies and keep products rolling. One aspect where you've really seen this is like chips, specifically in the computer world. You've definitely seen a lack of kind of CPUs and GPUs being available. So we're going to talk a little bit about how that's related to our field, as in the AV Pro industry. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into our three-person shot here with Joel Cruz and Flo. So how are you guys doing today?
Hey guys,
it's Friday.
Happy Friday again.
Happy Friday.
Happy
Feeling
Friday.
Happy.
Getting ready for that long holiday weekend ahead.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we hope everyone is enjoying nice weather out there now. Cheers, by the way, everybody. Oh, I got
cheers.
I got my Imperial Death Trooper Death Trooper here. It's kind of big though. I don't know how you can really drink comfortably out of this thing, but
what are you drinking out of?
Looks cool. Looks cool. Just water.
Just water?
I don't know if you can see. Oh,
Is that
probably,
what they call it?
You sure
Water?
those aren't
Probably
like
water. Probably.
Are you sure it's not melted down death sticks from Star Wars? I mean, it is a Star Wars mug after all, so. Flo, what do you got to drink?
Just got some OJ.
Some
Fresh OJ.
I'm pretty basic. I just got water, so. You know.
I felt a little extra today, so I went with OJ.
Oh, yeah, get that vitamin C.
Hey, OJ is a great choice, right? So.
Yeah.
Enough about the drinks for the day. Let's go ahead and dive into this topic. So, like I mentioned earlier, one of the really big things is chips, and that's definitely been a concern for the AV industry. I know a lot of places are kind of struggling, and they have some things on back order for about I want to say about 6 months. Some of the bigger names, specifically in relation to cameras. I know that's been a big kind of thing that we've run into, is like trying to secure the old chipset for some of our cameras. We weren't able to, but we have actually decided to upgrade, and we did kind of get ahead of that curve a little bit. So any comments on that?
Yeah. As far as upgrading our chipsets, we our leaders in the company, they did notice the trend of supply chain, and also our cameras needing trying to maintain that same chipset. And I'm glad that the team decided to upgrade to a better chipset. We've done some videos also. I think, Matt, you created a video as far as comparing the quality of chipsets, and we also kind of touched base on that regarding generic brands that may be using a different chipset. So I just wanted to add that I'm actually happy that BZB Gear and the team at BZB Gear, as far as research and development and those guys, they made the right call to upgrading to the right chipset actually, and we do notice the quality is a little bit better compared to the older chipset. I know those guys have done some tests, and yeah, thumbs up to the team.
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of that test, one of the biggest things that we really noticed was we secured kind of like a competitor's camera that was using the chipset that was being offered to us because our older chipset wasn't available anymore. One of the biggest things that we noticed was just like right off the bat, there were some like weird aberrations that would show up in the image, like chromatic aberration, colors that aren't there, just weird like shadows turning red instead of being black, just kind of really, really weird stuff with that. So that's definitely one thing that we have noticed, and that's one of the things that you're getting when you decide to choose BZB gear is we do actually test the product. Just because we get the ability to get a chipset from a certain manufacturer doesn't mean that we're actually going to go with that, because we want to test it first and make sure that it's up to our standards. And if it's not, we are either going to be asking for it to come up to our standards, or we're going to go with a different manufacturer of that chipset who can give us the quality that we're looking for.
True.
And so the shortages, they're not just obviously it's not just industry wide, with pro AV and broadcasting. I mean, it is worldwide, with all markets. Reading some articles, they're saying big company, it's affecting little companies, big companies, everyone from like Whirlpool, Tesla, they're experiencing delays. In auto, I remember I'm actually trying to get my suspension fixed right now, and I need new shocks. And they said, these custom shocks, before it was only like a 2-3 a time to get these products. Now their site says it's anywhere from 6 to 8 weeks. And then also the price, it's not just time, the prices of the parts, my suspension parts up, but everything else, chipsets, food, gas. I mean, we're feeling it. And it's not just it's not just from the a big part is because the pandemic, just from just shortages of supplies, or just the work effort. People can aren't in the warehouses and building the chips and shipping them. So it's just manpower, it's material, what was that? But yeah, so I mean, it's just everything is so hard, and then obviously with the current events in Ukraine and Russia, that kind of exasperated everything as well. So everything is just kind of snowballing, right now. And you listen to the experts and what they say, and definitely 2022 it's still going to be the same. They're thinking even into 2023, maybe even into 24. So yeah, everyone, we kind of just have to brace ourselves. What's good with BZB gear with us is we have our own in-house warehouse. So everything, about 99% of our products are in stock right now. So there's no issue with getting supplies. If a client needs something overnighted, or they have an emergency, something broke down, they need a new replacement part, they can be confident that we do have virtually everything in stock that you would need. So there's no worries there.
Yeah, absolutely. That's definitely one thing that is kind of unique to us. Like if you were to go to like a larger company like Crestron, for example, they have a 6-month wait right now. Lona is having issues with having their switchers in stock, but we don't currently have this issue. We had a lot of purchasing that went on before kind of everything hit, so we kind of saw a little bit of the writing on the wall, and we made some moves to secure stock and also secure chipsets and components. So we have pretty much, like you said, 99% of our products in stock. It's ready to ship. We can ship it overnight, whatever you need. For the most part, just get in contact with us, or I'm going to throw this up here real quick because I still have it. Get in contact with one of our authorized resellers here that are up on the screen right now. If you need it, we probably have it. So if you don't hesitate to call.
Yeah, and just to kind of add on the supply chain issue, it's affecting, yes, not many industries, small and large businesses. It's not going away soon from the forecast that's been talked about in media, and just from what I've been reading too, it's that a lot of people are, maybe you're not feeling it yet, but some people are feeling a recession, and the inflation is definitely relevant with supply chain. Of course, if you don't have supply, and then with inflation now the cost is much higher. And actually read an article on Business Wire, and it was actually Business Wire is it's actually owned by Berkshire Hathaway, so a very prestigious company. But basically, they did a survey to find out how inflation and supply chain issues are pretty much disrupting all aspects of not just small business, but even, like you said, large businesses. And it's in every part of, basically in the industry, where I saw a percentage where 74% of business owners are seeing increased prices on inventory, products and materials. And there's this crazy statistic that only about 4% of business owners say supply chain issues are not affecting their business. And back to what Matt said about BZB Gear, where there was a lot of purchasing made, especially around the time of the pandemic, and that's great that we actually made that decision to stock up our inventory and just be able to basically be prepared. Because yeah, if you're not feeling it, I think it's around the corner, guys. It's kind of sad, but I think a recession is, it's here, and it's going to be tough for a lot of businesses to make it. We're just glad that our leaders made a decision to really stock up our inventory, and we're glad that we're able to supply, not just our consumers, but also our resellers, just like what Matt posted up, our partners. So definitely look onto those, to our partners, if you need products as far as BZB Gear Solutions.
And then
we're happy that we have them in stock.
Yeah, and then just to add to not just supplies being unpredictable, but also shipping. Everyone's having shipping issues right now. There's the cost increases and delays. Everything is so unpredictable right now. So you guys can feel, everybody should feel confident in BCB Gear that that those are not affecting us right now.
Yeah, tell me about it. I just paid $55 for shipping.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not cheap right now, unfortunately.
It is not cheap, and
I'm definitely feeling kind of the supply shortage personally, because I obviously do editing and everything, and I have a little bit of I'm a little bit of a computer nerd at times, so I have a desktop that I'd love to upgrade, but unfortunately the components are just way too expensive right now. Like things that should be retailing for about $500 are like $800 to $1,000.
Yeah.
So, and that's if you can find it in stock. That's the hard part, right? So it's very convenient that we actually have a lot of our products in stock to kind of alleviate that stuff.
And to be able to also maintain our prices where we can't, because we have them in stock. It's not like we're just going to go ahead and jack up our prices for our clients and our partners, because we have them in stock. We're able to maintain our pricing.
Yeah, exactly.
And I mean that's great that we have everything in stock, and we want to be able to provide not just an honest service and product, but be true to our consumers and our partners as well.
And our mission as a company, right? So
yes.
All right, well, just really quick, speaking of products that we have in stock, we have a few newer products. We've been dropping some videos this week, pretty much one every day. There's going to be another one tonight, but if you haven't seen it, here's one of them that has already released.
All
And we're back. So, like I said, we have plenty of products that we're kind of starting to launch that are coming down the pipeline. That was just one of them. There should be about another 4 videos that are on the YouTube page. Go ahead and check those out. One will be releasing later tonight. But kind of pivoting from those, we have all of them in stock. So if you need, for example, some audio amplifiers, some audio extenders, maybe even a matrix switch, or a matrix switcher, excuse me, and maybe even an HDMI splitter. We definitely have those in stock. We have our cameras in stock. I believe we still have a few Adamos in stock. Who knows? I mean, those are kind of going fast, award-winning cameras and all. But one of the big things that we had recently, especially at Infocom, and Infocom was one of those things where we kind of heard a little bit about supply shortages and how that's impacting things, is this camera right here, our Maestro. I think one thing that is really, really big right now with how the world is going is just being able to work in different environments, specifically education. Education is all kinds of different now. You have people working from the classroom at their house. So something like that could be really, really beneficial in this environment where cameras are really hard to come by, and even having people in the same room to operate that camera can sometimes be a pain too. So that's just something to consider maybe if you're looking into a camera for education, is maybe think about the Maestro. We have plenty of them in stock, and we can ship them right away.
Maestro.
Yeah, Maestro is a really. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Joe.
No, I was just gonna mention that Maestro is ideal. It's awesome in house of worship as well. You know, a lot of times, you know, like they don't have a crew member, you know, to operate the camera, or you know, volunteers during the summer. It's hard to find people, you know. So I mean, if you have an auto tracking like camera like the Maestro, it's you know, it's very very beneficial for you know, single person you know, operation. You just basically set it, forget it, and you can go on with your subject matter.
Yeah, we have a really good video on the Maestro that Matt edited, and we were able to take the Maestro. And actually, I have another video we'll probably release because one of our salespeople was actually at San Jose State, and I think we'll be able to release that clip. But he was able to take the Maestro and video record the teacher as he was doing his presentation, as he moved back and forth. And as Joel and Matt have mentioned, it's a great camera for auto tracking, where you pretty much set it and forget it. It'll operate itself. It'll follow you. It'll track you. And maybe not, even on top of just education, it's good for hobbyists. Maybe you're an artist, if you like to paint. I got a little painting myself right there. But if you want, I know what's really popular is on YouTube, people are starting to show their creativity, their art. And it's hard to try to manage a camera when you're painting, you know. Now you've got a product like the Maestro, where if you've got a canvas such as this and you're moving back and forth, showing people how to blend colors or create depth in their paintings, you can use the Maestro as a camera, and now you can concentrate on your art and just be creative and just record all your content and maybe shoot it up on your YouTube video or whatever type of channel that you're using, Instagram. Maybe it's a really good camera. It'll pick up the images. As far as you have really good lighting, it'll pick up the images, and it's going to be high quality. So it's a really cool camera. Definitely look at the video that Matt edited on BZBTV, and it's I'm sure it's going to be very useful for a lot of people.
Absolutely. So I think that about covers it for the supply chain issues. Just keep in mind that sometimes it can be really hard to get the products that you're looking for, but BZB Gear has you covered. Like we said, 99% of our products are in stock, ready to go, ready to be shipped. So just contact us, or more preferably, contact one of our authorized resellers here on this page, or even a distributor if you need something a little bit more involved for a setup. So thank you all for coming in to the show today. Keep your eyes on the channel for another video releasing tonight, and we'll see you guys for the next live stream. Peace.
Happy holidays. Happy holidays.